Hello, my brush lads, lasses, and everybody in between. My name is Tyler, and I hope you are having a wonderful morning, noon, or night, depending on when you are watching this video. Today, we are going into a new Commander deck tech for Sethron, Hurloon General. That's right, the original cowboys, the Minotaurs. Let's go. But before we get into the actual deck tech, a reminder that if you like what we do here, shoot us a sub, leave us a comment, let me know down below who your favorite cowboy is. Mine is probably the one from Greek myth. Anyway, on to the deck tech. Sethron, Hurloon General, is a legendary Minotaur warrior for 3 red. He's a 4/4, and when he or another non-token Minotaur enters the battlefield under our control, we get a 2/3 red Minotaur creature token. For 2 and a Rakdos, so either 2 and a black or 2 and a red, Minotaurs we control get +1/+0 and gain menace and haste until end of turn. The name of the game is simple. We want to cause some ground beef. We are here to throw cows at our opponents and to fight on the ground. Being herd animals, Minotaurs are very tribal and do a very good job of buffing each other with Lord and Anthem effects, but we'll get to them in a minute. The 3 pillars that the deck stands on are getting our cowboys out as quick as possible, playing around with menace, and filling the field with Minotaurs that have Lord effects in order to pump them as well as the tokens that Sethron makes every time they enter the battlefield. Let's start with that first one. Our 2 biggest methods of getting our cows out of the stable is Didgeridoo and Deathbellow Warcry. Didgeridoo is a single mana artifact that for 3, you can just put a Minotaur permanent card from your hand onto the battlefield. No tapping, no sacrifice until end of turn, no once per turn. Nah, if you've got 3 mana, you get a cow. And how do you get those cows? Well, Deathbellow Warcry. For 5 red, you get a sorcery that lets you search your library for up to 4 Minotaur creature cards with different names, which is a good thing we're in Commander because we are a singleton format. And you just put them onto the battlefield. For 8 mana, tutor up 4 cows, put them out there, see what happens. Then you shuffle your library. There's loads of ways that you can play around with this, but let's take a look at some of the key pieces that you'll probably want to grab in order to get the most bang for your buck. As I said earlier, being herd creatures, Minotaurs are very good at helping each other out. Kragma Warcaller gives all of our Minotaurs haste, and whenever one attacks, it gets +2/+0. Ragemonger makes them cheaper by black and or red, but only the colored mana. Neheb the Worthy gives them all first strike, and if we have 1 or fewer cards in hand, then they also get +2/+0, and then whenever Neheb himself deals combat damage to a player, each player discards a card. I think that's the Worthy bit, but we're only really going to focus on those middle 2 abilities. Fellhide Petrifier gives them all Death Touch, so if you got Menace, most of them have 2 power anyway, so you're probably going to get a 2-for-1. And Rageblood Shaman gives all of our Minotaurs +1/+1 and Trample. So that's fun, especially when combined with Death Touch. Just assign 1 damage, get more of the damage in, because we want to kill them on the ground. It's a funny word, menace. It's a keyword that means that a creature has to be blocked by minimum 2 creatures as opposed to 1, or it can't be blocked at all. Frillscale Mentor, while being a human and not actually a cow, can put a menace counter on a non-human creature we control. Minotaurs famously not being human, despite how they came into being. Don't look up the myth if you are too young. And for 2 and a red and tap, we can put a +1/+1 counter on each creature we control with menace. So, for 6 mana total between Sethron and the Frillscale Mentor, we can give our entire team +1/+0, haste, and menace, and then give them an additional +1/+1 counter. Because we want this game to end fast, we have places to go. Angrath, Captain of Chaos, is a planeswalker that, can amass 2, but we don't really care about that because he has the static ability of creatures we control have menace, which is just wonderful. He's also a Minotaur. Sonorous Hellbonder is another human that we've thrown in here for inexplicable reasons, who also comes with menace, but gives our creatures super menace, because each creature we control with menace can't be blocked except by 3 or more creatures. 3 being a larger number than 2. Meaning if our opponent has 2 blockers and they're like, I'll kill your cow, you can play the Sonorous Hellbonder, and he'll go, no. Labyrinth Raptor is another fun one. Again, not being a Minotaur, but we'll give him status for the time being. He also comes with Menace, and makes it so that whenever a creature with Menace that we control becomes blocked, the defending player has to sacrifice a creature blocking it. Meaning that, yeah, they're throwing 2 things in there, one thing is dying before combat damage is even assigned. And for black and red, creatures we control with Menace get +1/+0 until end of turn, so more pumping. The last card I really wanted to touch on is the equipment Vorok Battle Horns. For 2 mana, we get an artifact equipment that equips for 1 that makes it so the equipped creature has trample and can't be blocked by more than 1 creature. So let's do some simple math with Tyler. Vorok says that only 1 creature can block the creature, and Menace says 2 creatures have to block in order for the creature to be blocked. Since 1 is the max that they're allowed to do, but they need 2 to block, that just makes a creature unblockable, meaning that with enough pumping, we can just kill with commander damage. Minotaurs are a really fun tribe to play around. They don't have a ton of power individually, but when you combine them together, they have a lot that they can offer. Be sure to go check out the full deck list in the description for this video to see how I built the deck. And let me know down in the comment section below how you would build it and what upgrades or changes you would make. I'm always looking for ways to improve. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you like what we do here, remember, shoot us a comment, shoot us a sub, and ring the little bell so that you never miss an upload. I've been your host Tyler, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.